With the Tsar gone and power seized, the Bolsheviks faced a new, even bloodier chapter. The Russian Civil War erupted, a brutal clash of ideologies that tore the nation apart. The White Army, a fractured coalition of monarchists, democrats, and foreign powers, rose to challenge the Red Army, the newly formed military of the Sheikah. Their secret police became an instrument of fear, silencing any voice of dissent. In this chaos that the final, grim chapter of the Romanov dynasty was written. The revolution, born from a dream of liberation, was now surviving on a diet of blood and fear. The very ideals of freedom were being sacrificed for the survival of the state. As the smoke of the Civil War cleared, a new battle began this time, within the party itself. Lenin, the revolution's undisputed leader, was failing. A series of strokes left him incapacitated, creating a power vacuum at the heart of the new state. Two titans of the revolution circled each other. Leon Trotsky, the brilliant intellectual and military strategist, and Joseph Stalin, the cunning party secretary. Trotsky was the charismatic orator, the man who had built the Red Army. Stalin was the quiet administrator, the master of backroom politics, dismissed by many as a gray blur. But while Trotsky debated ideology on the grand stage, Stalin was quietly placing his loyalists in key positions, building a web of influence that would soon be unbreakable. Lenin, in his final days, saw the danger. He warned against Stalin, calling for his removal, but it was too late. When Lenin died in 1924, the stage was set for a final, decisive power struggle. Stalin, portraying himself as Lenin's humble disciple, methodically outmaneuvered Trotsky, eventually exiling his great rival and erasing him from the history he helped create. The revolution was over. What replaced it was a dictatorship far more absolute than the Tsar's. The dream of a state run by workers' councils had evaporated, replaced by the unquestioned authority of the Communist Party, and soon the authority of one man. Stalin's rule ushered in an era of unimaginable terror. The Great Purge of the 1930s saw the revolution devour its own children. Old Bolsheviks, military leaders, artists, and scientists, anyone deemed a potential threat, were arrested, subjected to show trials, and executed or sent to the vast network of forced labor camps known as the Gulag. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, the USSR, was officially born, a superpower forged in the crucible of industrialization and fear. The collective farm replaced the peasant's plot, and the factory whistle replaced the church bell. A new society was being built, but the foundation was laid with the bones of millions. So what was the legacy of this earth-shattering event? Did the Bolsheviks achieve their utopia? They ended a bloody world war for Russia, toppled a centuries-old monarchy, and transformed a feudal empire into an industrial and military giant that would challenge the world. But the cost was staggering. The dream of a classless society, of freedom and equality, died in the cellars of the Sheikah and the frozen wastes of Siberia. It gave birth to a superpower, but it was a power built on the suppression of the very people it claimed to liberate. A century later, the echoes of 1917 still reverberate, a chilling reminder of how the noblest of ideals can be twisted into the most terrifying of realities, leaving us to wonder if the dream itself was flawed, or if it was simply betrayed by the men who promised to make it real. If this hidden story moved you, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More forgotten histories are waiting to be remembered.